Hello guys, my name is Sanu Samuel and this is a demo video on interest rates. This topic pertains to financial mathematics paper relating to actual science course. I'll try to keep this very short and simple for you guys to understand. So, we'll be covering these today in this session. What is interest? What is a principal? And what is amount? What are the type of interest rates available? What are accumulation factors and principle of consistency? How to find the present values using simple interest and compound interest, and effective rate of interest and effective rate of discount. Now, what is interest? In simple terms, interest is something that you get when you use an asset. If I say I'm using a car to drive from work to home or from home to work, I'll be getting the amount of time saved for using the vehicle. Similarly, when we are talking about financial assets, we term the return as an interest. Say I have 100 rupees with me. Instead of keeping it idle, I give it to my friend who would be using it for buying groceries, and when he returns, he'll be giving the 100 amount as and an amount for using that 100. This initial investment is known as principal. Interest is the extra amount that you earn on principal, and amount is nothing but principal plus interest. Let me give you an example. Let's say this is the amount that I have as of now, and my friend takes this for 1 year or say 6 months, and he is in need of 100 rupees. After the end of the term, he will be giving me back this 100 rupees, plus he'll be giving me an extra amount for letting him use this asset, the 100 rupees that I gave initially. This is principal, this is the interest earned, and both the principal and the interest makes up the amount. What are the types of interest rates that we have? We have two types: simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest, in simple terms, means you're getting that interest at a flat rate. There is no earnings on that interest. Whereas a compound interest is when the interest itself earns an interest. I'll show you with an example. Here, the 10 rupees that I got from my friend is a simple interest. Now, say suppose I take that 110 and I invest it in a savings account for 10%. I'll be getting this 110 plus 11 rupees as an interest. So now after 2 years, I'll be having 121 with me. Initially I had 100 rupees, now I'm having 121. This 21 is the interest that I earned for 2 years, right? First year I earned an interest of 10, second year I earned an interest of 11. Now you might be wondering why 11 instead of 10. Why? Because this 1 rupee that you see here is actually the interest on this 10 rupees. This is the compounding effect. How will you denote that? Simple interest is nothing but principal times rate times period or time, right? And the amount that you get under a simple interest is principal plus P R T. Okay, this in as per actuarial standards or actuarial language, we can denote this as C or any other alphabets that you would like to prefer. Times 1 plus Ni. Why? C is my initial investment. At the end of 1 year, I'll be getting principal, time and rate. So I'm taking the C common out. I'll be getting 1 plus Ni as the amount under simple interest. For compound interest, the scenario is a little different. You have principal amount at the beginning of the year, and then you earn an interest and this gets reinvested. I could say, instead of this, I can simply say I have 100 now. After 1 year, I'll be getting 10 rupees extra, so I'll be having 110. I'll invest that and I'll be getting 121, which we did in the previous example. Okay, so here the increment is happening at a rate much faster than simple interest. How will you formulate this? Let me take out one more page here. How will you formulate this? Principal is 1 plus interest times the number of years. This is the formula for compound interest. What are accumulation factors? Let's say I have 100 rupee now. After 1 year, I have 110. So my initial investment has accumulated to 110. Accumulation factor, which is denoted by capital A, 0, n. Why 0? Because I'm starting at time 0. And after n years. Now here n means, I'm in the example I'm giving just 1 year. My initial investment of 100 has grown to 110. This means that if I multiply a factor which is say x, I'll be getting 110. So the x is actually my accumulation factor. It is the rate at which my investment has increased, which is 1.1. This is known as the accumulation factor. What does principle of consistency teach us? Principle of consistency is nothing but, let me put it in a simple term. If you have number 8 with you and you try to break it down, you will get 2 into 2 into 2. Right? This means this is equal to the product of all three. Right? Similarly, principle of consistency deals with the initial accumulation factor of 0 to n is equal to the accumulation factor for first year, the accumulation factor for second year, sorry, there's a where's the eraser, okay, times, okay, times a 2 3. If I denote this on a number line, 0 1 2 3 4 5. Now the principle of consistency states that the factor that I have from a 0 to 5 is equal to the product of this, which is from 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, or it could be 0 to 2, then 2 to 5. It could be any sequence, but the overall factor will be equal to the combinations of any factors that we have within this timeline. Next, we'll proceed with present values using simple interest. Okay, let me just erase this. Right. How will you find the present value using simple interest? Let's say I have 100, which is my initial investment. After 1 year, it becomes 100 plus 10. Now, present value is nothing but your initial investment, the amount of investment that you require, or the amount of fund that you require now to accumulate to a certain amount. That means here, in order to accumulate to 110 at simple interest, I need an initial investment of 100. The formula for simple interest was the accumulation amount under simple interest was C1. Okay, that was too long. One plus Ni. Okay, so here, if it's 110, I can say that this is 1 plus 0.1. Why? Because it is a 10% simple interest. This is an example that I am giving you. So you could say that my principal or the present value becomes 100. Similarly, when we are talking about compound interest, the formula becomes C1 plus I everything to the power n. Again, if I take the example of 100, say 110 for amount, and after 1 year it becomes 1.1. well, let's just say instead of 100, I'll change this amount for your convenience. $121 equals 1.1 for 2 years at 10%. That means I want to know what is the amount that I need to invest now to earn 121 after 2 years, and the rate will be 10 percentage, which is compounded, not simple, right? So this we can say as 121, everything divided by 1.1 times 2, which becomes 100, right? And next we move on to the effective rate of interest and the effective rate of discount. I'll take another page here. Okay. All right. The effective rate of interest. Let's say at, sorry, where is the eraser? Yeah. Okay, the effective rate of interest is the rate of interest that you require to earn an investment at a compounded growth, which is denoted by I to the base n. Let's say you have the investment at A0, the initial amount as 100, and after 1 year it grows to 110. So your effective rate would be 110 minus 100 times your original investment, which is 10 percentage. I can say that this is the effective rate of interest required to earn 110 at the end of 1 year compounded. Next we'll be dealing with discounts. Now the difference between discounts and interest is that under interest model, the interest earned is paid at the end of the year. So if you're putting 100 rupees for 1 year, you'll be getting the interest of 10 after that 1 year. But under discount model, the interest is paid out first, right? The interest is paid out first, and at the end of the year you need to obtain only the remaining amount. This is prevalent in most of the financial securities like commercial papers, where the interest is paid out first for commercial papers and the remaining amount, or rather the principal, is paid at the end of the year. Discount is denoted by D, and everything that you did for an interest is reversed out here. So under simple interest, the accumulated amount becomes C1 minus NI. Why minus? Because you're paying the interest initially. You're not accumulating the interest. That is why you're reducing that from the initial amount. And in the compound interest, you get the amount as C1 minus I to the power n. Next, we'll be dealing with effective rate of discounts. Effective rate of discount is nothing but the rate of discount that you require for your investment to earn a desired amount. Sorry, this D looks a little weird. It's denoted as D N. Let's say at time 0 I have 100, which is the amount, and at the end of the year I will be getting only 90. Why? Because the 10 has been paid out initially. This 10 has been paid initially under discount model. So you'll be left with 90. Here the effective rate of discount becomes 100 minus 90, everything by 90. That is 10 by 90 percentage. Okay, so this is just a brief layout or the brief highlights of the basics of interest topic, which we'll be dealing with, in financial mathematics paper. Please do contact me for any doubts that you guys face in this topic, and I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you very much.